Mwai Kibaki is no longer with us in body, his spirit, legacy, values, and ideals live on in each one of us and in the limitless ways that he made Kenya immeasurable.
And may his soul rest in peace. The Vice President, Jessica Lupo, has tasked government technical staff to ensure accountability of funds when the parish development model is rolled out across the country. The model is a government strategy or approach for organizing and delivering public and private sector interventions for wealth creation and employment generation at the parish level as the lowest economic planning unit.
The Vice President, Jessica Lupo, says issues of accountability and transparency are very vital while implementing the parish development model. The project was launched by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in February this year. Alupo was on Thursday speaking at Local Council 1, 2 and 3 chairpersons and LC5 councillors of Usuk County in Katakwi District during a sensitization meeting at Usuk Primary School. The participants received technical guidance and critical information about the successful implementation of the parish development model.
The LC1 chairman particularly, according to the parish development model committee, the LC2 chairman is a chairperson. But you, the LC1 chairman, are supposed to feed the LC2 with all the ideas from every village, so that when the LC2 chairman is in the committee, he is there on behalf of all of you as LC1 chairman. No one should feel left out whatsoever. The program is supposed to be implemented by all of us in one way or the other.
She warned that government will not tolerate corruption in the implementation of the project, and whoever is found culpable will face the law.
When Ministry of Local Government makes another sensitization workshop for parish development model, I am certain that I will be invited. I will come again to speak to you. But I thought it wise that this information should be in every village before any money is released, so that all members of the public, all communities, know about parish development. Because they talk about it in the radio, they have radios, but they don't have a deep understanding of the parish development model. And yet every day they speak to people. These are leaders who speak to people.
Julius Kapwepe, the technical advisor of the parish development model in the Ministry of the Local Government, said they are going to remove the 3.5 million households that are still in the subsistence farming to the money economy.
Is that when you look through that guideline, each one of us has got a responsibility, whether it is a member of parliament or parliament for that matter, there is a responsibility. Whether it is a little secret person, there is a responsibility. So all of us, including us, the Mwananchi on the other side, who should be the recipients of the model, or of the model interventions for that matter. So locate yourself and please stay in a road.
The parish chief is going to be the coordinator of all government efforts to each of the 10,594 parishes and report to the sub-county chief as provided for in Section 69 of the Local Government Act of 1997.
Prime Minister Robin Anabanja has warned health workers to desist from charging patients seeking service from government health facilities. Now, this follows complaints from leaders of Chotera accusing health workers of turning health centers into money-extorting hubs. Nabanja expressed disappointment after making an impromptu inspection of Kakuto Health Center 4. Take a look.
In the guise of lack of drugs, local leaders accuse health workers of turning Kakuto Health Center 4 into an informal automated teller machine. This, they say, has been evident through overcharging patients.
oba mukyala mulifalinga agenda aligula ebweru
naye wesanga nga ne district etuliranye wano ku nsala y'emitukula bonna services bazifuna wano.
To feel the situation herself, Prime Minister Robinah Nabbanja paid Kakuto Health Center for an impromptu visit. In her interaction with 8 mothers, a lot of issues were unearthed. Some confessed to have been charged for various surgical operations, including cesarean section.
You are the one who got the money. Okimanyi wano bakyajinga. Nedda njagala kubuuza okimanyi wano bakyajinga. Ono omu kakwata omulala. Kimu mutwemesa okukola emirimu. Ate bakubye atoga nedda. Because you cannot be in a maternity ward. Now everybody has undergone a cesarean section.
Disappointed, Nabbanja said that government increased the salary of health workers to ensure that they serve Ugandans diligently.
All health center force, all doctors have got extra pay. Even the nurses.
You know, we increased it
even the nurses are paid very well.
The in-charge Kakuto Health Center for, Dr. Aloysius Musoke, apologized to the Prime Minister and promised to address the anomalies as soon as possible.
On behalf of my staff, since I'm the head of this facility, I want to apologize. Yes. I apologize on behalf of them. And I'm going to have a meeting with them and we will correct the anomaly that has been identified today.
Kakuto Health Center 4 is located at the Ugandan border with Tanzania, making the facility also accessible by Tanzanians for health services.
Now to something a little bit more exciting. Pre-birthday parties for General Muhozi Kainerugab's 48th birthday have kicked off across the country. Now, according to event organizer Balam Karugahara, events will run concurrently in Karamoja, Arua, Gulu, Katuna, Bara before the D-Day on Sunday the 24th. Now in Bushanyi district, Ishaka town, where the biggest event will be held this evening, preparations are in advanced stages. Take a look.
Come, we prepared a meal for you. We have at least a meal for 10,000 people. 10,000 people can have a meal. This is what we call Nyekundire. It is a people organized event. People organize the meals. So the meals are for people. People have organized them. People have contributed them. There is no single government shilling here.
Other parties, according to Balam, will run concurrently in Karamoja, Arua, Gulu, Katuna, Mbarara before the D-Day on Sunday, 24th.
Today is the biggest day of the year. It's the Pate Kasiki of the century. We shall not have any other Kasiki like this one. So it's General Muhozi's birthday. We started with this Kasiki. We shall have another one tomorrow in Kampala and in Mbarara. We are having another one running today in Karamoja, Moroto, Amdat, Omoro, and the Lira, and then Arua. Our supporters all over the country and even at Katuna. Girls have crossed from Katuna. Buses are throwing in now. They're all coming to party in Bushenyi and in Kampala. So I call upon everyone to come.
The event is being sponsored by Igara East Member of Parliament, Mawanda, businessman Basaja Balaba, and event organizer Balam.
I think our friend is being elected now as time goes by. Looking at what he is doing for this country, I think people are taking interest in him, which is not bad. I think this is the spirit we should also learn and appreciate as Ugandans. When somebody does well, people should celebrate with him. So I think it is not unique, but Ugandans and citizens are appreciating the works and activities that he is doing for this nation.
In Ishaka, several artists from Kampala are expected to perform as a way of lighting up the General Muhozi at 48, which also will be broadcast live on major televisions. The General Muhozi at 48 will be crowned on Sunday at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds in Kampala. Philip Aguta, UBC News in Ishaka.
Now, of course, still in a parting mood, let's take you. We now join Philip Aguta, who is in Bushenyi, to give us an update on what is happening on ground. Now, we might be this side headquarters, but he can also give us an update on what is happening in Bushenyi. Good evening, Philip Aguta.
Dancing the whole day, and that is just because on this day, in 1974, there was a woman feeling some light labor pain, and that labor pain, after 2 days, still the same year, gave birth to someone called Muhozi Kanyerugaba. And from there, after 2 days, the woman was able to deliver, and that's why people were gathered here in this ground of Kizinda. And from there, the man called Muhozi has been around for some time, and in that process he's also the son of the president of Uganda, and that's why people are gathered here to celebrate his 48th birthday. But usually this has not been the way he has been celebrating his birthday. It has been his family affair. It has been something for the friends. But this time, the man has been, his birthday has become a national matter, and it has attracted attention from all walks of life within the public in Uganda. And one of the organizers of this event is the Honorable Michael. And Michael is with me here to answer questions why this time they have decided to make Muhozi's birthday a national day. And the Honorable, you're welcome to UBC TV. Muhozi has been around for 47 years. How come that this time you have made his birthday a national issue?
I think people are appreciating what he is doing for Ugandans, and they would like to associate with him in the success activities he's doing for Uganda. So that is why this time people have said that let's appreciate and celebrate with him of what he's doing for this country.
So who are these people? Is the one gathered here, or they're all over Uganda?
The cascade for the whole country is in Bushenyi. And you know what Bushenyi means in the politics of Uganda.
So, there are some people saying there's been some rumor, Muhozi project, to become the next president of Uganda. People are saying maybe this is a way for you to promote him and for him to become popular. Is it the issue?
No, absolutely not. For us, we don't act on rumors. You see, the problem with some people, some Ugandans don't like celebrating successes of people. I think the trend is now beginning that when you do well, Ugandans appreciate, and that's what the Bushenyi people are doing now.
Okay, Honorable, I'm so away from the hard questions. Now here people have gathered in Kizinda grounds in Ishaka. What is expected here tonight?
What is following next year? We are going to cut a very big cake. He has sent us a cake, which we are going to share with the people of Bushenyi. After the cake, then we shall have dancers. After the presenters, we shall spend a transnight here dancing, celebrating his birthday. And after the birthday, we shall now come to Kampala for the official birthday of MK.
I had the official date of 24th when Muhozi was born. You have shifted the celebration from 24th to 7th. Is that true?
Yes, because there are various activities that are taking place on that very day. He has chosen a day when he will be free and his friends can also be free so that they can celebrate together.
Okay, thank you, Honorable.
You are most welcome.
Just to know, after the news, there will be entertainment throughout the night on UBC TV. For our viewers, stay tuned. And that is all from me from here in Ishaka. Back to you to the studios in Kampala.
That's Philippa Guta right there, of course, in Bushenyi. And of course, as you can see from the tension, of course, after the interview, definitely he will be joining the rest of Bushenyi, well, celebrating the pre-birthday event right then. Of course, just like he said, after this newscast, all roads lead to Bushenyi, and you'll be able to also enjoy the event in Bushenyi, the pre-birthday event, live here on UBC television. Now, moving on with more stories, Uganda Traffic Police has released a special traffic guidelines to be followed tomorrow, Saturday, the 23rd of April 2022, as Lieutenant General Muhozi Kainerugaba, Commander, UPDF Land Forces, will be celebrating his 48th birthday at Lugogo Cricket Oval. Now, people using Ginger Road and other access roads along Ginger Highway are expected to get disrupted, so those with less serious business in Kampala are advised to stay at home. The function is expected to attract several special dignitaries and some heads of state. And the statement was issued by the Traffic Commander, Kampala Metropolitan SP Kauma and Sereko Rogers.
The occasion is going to take place at Lugogo Cricket Oval. Many invited guests, including heads of state, are expected to grace the function. Many activities are scheduled to take place in and around Kampala, which will begin with a marathon early in the morning from Kololo Ceremonial Grounds via Elgon Terrace, Acacia Avenue, also known as John Babiha Road, Upper Kololo Terrace, Lugogo Bypass, Katikati Junction, Chira Road, Mulago Roundabout, Yusuf Lule Road, Fairway Hotel traffic lights, Acacia Avenue, Lower Kololo Terrace, Wampewo Avenue, and back to Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. There is also going to be various bands that are going to march to Lugogo. One group will be coming from Chambogo and march to the venue. Another group from Makerere University via Mulago Roundabout, Yusuf Lule Road, up to Lugogo Cricket Oval. Another group will be coming from Makerere University Business School through Ginger Road to the venue. This therefore is going to affect traffic flow in certain parts of Kampala, but majorly the eastern Kampala side where the function is going to take place. Traffic flow towards Ginger Road is going to be diverted right at Wampewo Roundabout towards Old Port Bell Road. Traffic flow from Ginger side to the city center will remain normal. However, there is not going to be a right turn at Lugogo traffic lights towards Lugogo Bypass if you are not going to the function. The right turn will be for those going to the function. The rest are to proceed to Wampewo Roundabout and find their destinations, as will be guided by traffic police. Entry to Lugogo Cricket Oval grounds will be through the main vehicular entrance along Hesketh Bell Road, and for the time that the celebrations will be going on, Hesketh Bell Road will be one way. Guests will be dropped off at the entrance, and the vehicles will be proceeding to the different parking spaces. The junction from Archer Road to Hesketh Bell Road towards Lugogo Cricket Oval is going to be cut off to vehicular movement. All other roads apart from those mentioned above will remain with normal traffic flow. The following are the official parking spaces. We will have Kololo Ceremonial Grounds, we will have City High School, Forest Mall, game parking spaces. There is also parking at KCCA ground along ShopRite Road, where Prophet Mbonye usually holds his crusades. Cars found abandoned along the road will be towed to the nearest police station at the owner's cost and inconvenience. You will also You are also advised to use the parking areas given to you for proper management of this function. You are also called upon to abide by what the traffic officers advise you to avoid unnecessary delays and inconvenience.
Well, there you have it. Now, a section of members of parliament are calling upon the head of state to appoint the government chief whip to ease operations of parliament. Now, the call comes as at the end of the tenure of sessional committees of parliament approaches. The position of government chief whip fell vacant following the resignation by Thomas Tayewa, who recently became deputy speaker of parliament.
On March 25th, 2022, this letter from the head of state, dated 24th of the same month and year, became public knowledge. The then government chief whip, Thomas Tayewa, had resigned and the appointing authority had accepted. Tayewa, later that day, expressed interest in the position of Deputy Speaker of Parliament, which had equally fallen vacant following the ascension of Anita Among to the speakership. He contested and won, rendering vacant the position of government chief whip.
I, Thomas Tayewa, swear in the name of the Almighty God.
To date, the position is yet to be filled.
In other countries, government chief whips are called Minister for Parliamentary Affairs. So all issues of parliament, in government in parliament, are handled by the government chief whip.
This period has been filled with speculation. Some names have been pointed out as possible potentials. David Bahati, the current State Minister for Trade, also Member of Parliament for Ndorwa West in Kagezi sub-region, is one of them. Another is Hamson Obua, the Minister of State for Sports, who is also Member of Parliament for Ajuri County in Lango sub-region. Peter Ogwang, the State Minister for Economic Monitoring, is also a Member of Parliament for Ngariam County in Katakwi District. The other is Rosemary Nyakikongoro, the woman Member of Parliament for Shema District, who also chairs the Defense and Internal Affairs Committee of Parliament. The list of speculation could go on and on, but all that members of Parliament want is to have a government chief whip appointed.
Somebody reliable to ensure that Parliament moves effectively, where ministers, whenever they are required, there is somebody to call them upon.
The absence of a government chief whip is said to have not only affected parliamentary operations, but also ruling party activities.
Like now, we are going to be forming committees. The sessional committees are coming to an end at the end of this financial year because the year has come to an end. If we don't have a government chief whip, then we have a gap.
The position has previously been held by Justin Kasule Lumumba, the General Duties Minister, Energy Minister Ruth Nankabirwa, and Thomas Tayewa, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament.
I think as members of Parliament,
Justin Kasule Lumumba is said to be acting as the country awaits appointment of a substantive government chief whip. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Now, in his own words, he's not replacing his father, but rather to accomplish what the late Jacob Olanya had started in Omoro County. Andrew Ojok, the NRM flag bearer for the Omoro County by-election, says his move is to contest is a form of solidarity at the constituency level and to ensure the already set up team by the late achieves the results. Take a look.
32-year-old Andrew Ojok is the son of the former Speaker of Parliament, the late Jacob Lokori Olanya. Andrew, originating from a humble background, attended Buganda Road Primary School and St. Mary's College Kisubi respectively before securing a scholarship in Algeria to further his studies, achieving a bachelor's degree in computer science.
Happily married with 2 children.
Because Ojok did not befriend selfishness, his practice of generosity secured him a place at the National Information Technology Authority, NITA, to practice and share the knowledge he acquired from Algeria. NITA Uganda coordinates and regulates information in Uganda.
NITA Uganda held various responsibilities, but core among them was being the relationship manager between the government of Uganda and international corporations like Microsoft and Oracle.
Ojok Andrew was a regular follower of the inspirational leadership journey of the late Lokori Olanya, the former MP for Omoro County. I asked him whether he is familiar with the unfinished projects of the late legislator.
So there are things that are already being done by government, but was sort of following up to be done. But also in our meeting with the president, we shared a memorandum that listed out some issues that need to be addressed.
Andrew has been handpicked by the NRM party to lift the flag and contest for the by-election in Omoro County, a position which his late father was still holding before his demise. To Andrew, it is a sign of solidarity and mourning his late father.
Because he left huge shoes to be filled, but at the constituency level, I'll be working with a team that knew what he was trying to achieve. What I bring on board are the virtues that he taught. So many of the people that he mentored. One of them is servanthood, the servant mentality. That you are an MP because you are sent by voters.
Once we nominate, the candidate is nominated, then you are going to see members of parliament, you are going to see local leaders, you are going to see traditional leaders, you are going to see women, young people, people with disability, everybody coming out to defend the candidature of Andrew and protect the legacy that Right Honorable Jacob Olanya had built.
The late Jacob Lokori Olanya died on 20th March 2022 in Seattle, the United States of America, after suffering from a long illness. Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gwitabinji, UBC News.
The UPDF Chief of Defence Forces General Wilson Mbadi has commended the historical ties between Uganda People's Defence Forces and the Tanzania People's Defence Forces, saying that the historical ties are worth maintaining. General Mbadi made the remarks while addressing a delegation of directing staff and students from the Tanzania National Defence College at the Ministry of Defence headquarters in Mbuya.
The UPDF Chief of Defence Forces General Wilson Mbadi has applauded the historical ties between Uganda People's Defence Forces and the Tanzania People's Defence Forces, saying that the historical ties are worth maintaining.
Based on fundamentals that we need to maintain, so that we create an environment that can be fully harnessed by the communities, by our countries, for us to generate African solutions to African problems.
He cautioned them about predatory imperialism and highlighted the importance of unity, saying that there is no reason why the two countries should impeach one another. He encouraged the course participants to always act as technocrats who advise their bosses and at the same time direct communities. He asked them to maintain the fundamentals of unity and cooperation in order to strengthen the regional blocs for survival, deal with security threats, and create an environment to be fully harnessed by communities in the spirit of Pan-Africanism.
On how important for us to develop the markets frameworks that allow us to work together on certain things to generate these solutions, to depend on each other's synergies, so that we have this strategic security.
The head of delegation of the Tanzania National Defence College, Brigadier General Juma Nkanga Issa Sipe, appreciated the lectures that were delivered to the participants of the National Defence College, of which he said is like preaching to the converted, because both countries benefit from various military institutions at different levels.
For the entire challenges that our communities, our countries face, if we don't go into understanding the underlying causes of such problems, at the end of the day we shall be solving superficial
The UPDF has denied as untrue allegations that A1 Marinos Alexandria was arrested by the Chieftaincy of Military Intelligence CMI and later tortured and raped. The defense spokesperson, Brigadier Felix Kulaije, dismissed the claims as baseless during a press briefing at Defense Headquarters in Mbuya. Take a look.
UPDF today presented 2 persons, including Sergeant Al Hassan Matov and one Hassan Sengoba, accused personally participating in the torture and alleged rape. Defense spokesperson Brigadier General Felix Kulaije dismissed the claims as baseless during a press briefing at Defense Headquarters in Mbuya.
Alexandria has never been detained in CMI detention. 2, Alexandria has never been kidnapped by our officer and the civilian, as far as we know, on the days she said.
Kulaije presented a phone printout said to be intelligence information data, indicating that she was making several phone calls during the days she was allegedly in detention.
That the alleged days of kidnap, she was communicating on the phone. Now, if these facts are not sufficient for you, sorry, like I said, I cannot coerce you to believe me. Use your brains to take the truth.
The army also described Sengoba as a civilian and a neighbor to Marinos.
The 2 individuals she mentions that allegedly tortured her, Ali Hassan and Elia Sengoba, are people she has known for some time. As you heard Elia saying, they live in the same locality. To start with, Elia Sengoba is a civilian and a neighbor to Marinos Alexandra, aka Esther, aka Esther. They may have perhaps not be friends, but have known each other for a while. I hope I'm stating right, Mr. Sengoba.
Kulaije said Sergeant Hassan Matov only interfaced with the 29-year-old Marinos in 2020 as part of investigations about Marinos' husband, who was a local defense unit personnel who had deserted.
Since when has a detainee had a chance to converse on phones?
And these are people she has been discussing with during that time, including the alleged period of detention. And if we had any interest, we can really follow up this. This is technical intelligence.
Kulaije said Sergeant Al Hassan Matov only interfaced with the 29-year-old Marinos in 2020 as part of investigations about Marinos' husband, who was a local defense unit personnel who had deserted. Haruna Mtesasira, UBC News.
UBC News. Now, it is now 7 years since the demise of the Assistant Director Public Prosecutions, Joan Kagezi, who was assassinated in cold blood on the 30th of March 2015. Now, in her remembrance, the Office of the Director Public Prosecutions has organized a Joan Kagezi Memorial Week, which will run for 4 days, starting from the 25th to the 28th of April 2022. 2 events will characterize this week, including the 5th annual Joan Kagezi Memorial Lecture and the National Prosecutors Symposium. The Director of Public Prosecutions, Jane Francis Abodo, highlighted on the objectives of the Joan Kagezi Memorial Lecture and the National Prosecutors Symposium. During the press conference held early Friday, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Francis Abodo, shed light on the delay of bringing the perpetrators who assassinated the late Joan Kagezi to book, saying investigations are still ongoing and justice will prevail. The Joan Kagezi Memorial Week will be held in collaboration with the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime and Space for Giants, an organization that strengthens wildlife justice. Joan Kagezi was murdered on the 30th of March 2015 by unidentified assailants. Well, UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but we will return with more stories. Don't move an inch.
Today in history.
On 22nd April 1974, then President Idi Amin signed a decree following a public outcry against soaring prices resulting from the scarcity of goods. This was aimed at the availability of essential commodities and also controlling the rising prices. This decree established the Uganda Advisory Board of Trade.
Pay for your dream phone, Mpola. Get your dream phone today for as low as 1,400 Uganda shillings with free data for a year and pay slowly. All phones come with daily 50 MBs for 12 months. Repayment period is 1 year. Available at MTN service centers and M-Kopa shops. Total Energies has undertaken a number of initiatives aimed at ensuring that Ugandan entities and citizens are adequately equipped to participate in the oil and gas sector.
Yeah, we do manufacture and supply personal protective equipment. We supply beyond Total Energies. We supply their subcontractors. Yeah, we have seen our company transform from a trading company to a manufacturing entity. We are able to set up some of these facilities that we are enjoying right now. And these facilities also are supporting other sub-sectors. So they have no idea what oil and gas is, but the items they are using are a result of oil and gas. Overall, the industry, manufacturers, suppliers, traders will all enjoy.
Total Energies EP Uganda is committed to the empowerment of Ugandans to take an active part in the overall development of the oil project in Uganda.
EdTech Monday Africa is brought to you by the Mastercard Foundation's Center for Innovative Teaching and Learning in ICT and the Innovation Village. Over the last few years, there has been an accelerated push to incorporate technology into education in ways that drive learning. But is it ever too early to integrate technology in education? Can technology be used at the ECD level to lay the foundations for lifelong learning? If so, how? And what's needed to make that possible? Tune in to the EdTech Monday Africa as we answer these and more questions this Monday, the 25th of April 2022 at 6:30 p.m. East African Time on NTV and 7:30 p.m. East African Time on UBC TV. EdTech Monday Africa was brought to you by the Mastercard Foundation Center for Innovation Teaching and Learning in ICT and the Innovation Village.
A World Cup in the desert? The first one in the Middle East. The first to be held at the end of the year? That's crazy. Get ready for spectacular moves, high-flying saves, unbelievable goals. Out of this world celebrations.
Would you believe it? What a moment here!
All 64 matches live. That's over 5,000 action-packed minutes of the FIFA 2022 World Cup Qatar. Now that's crazy. Catch all the action only on SuperSport, your world of champions. On Go TV. Love it.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *149*10# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *149*10*5#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *149*10# to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
We're here to build because at the end of the day, we're truly Ugandan.
Well, welcome back from that break, and we're glad that you're still watching UBC News Tonight. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. and Muhammad Mugalu on sign language interpretation. Now moving on, the NRM National Vice Chairman Moses Chigongo has advised Muslims to do away with differences but unite and be one person. Chigongo was addressing the Muslim fraternity at Iftar dinner organized by the NRM Secretariat leadership at the party headquarters in Chadondo in Kampala.
The Muslim fraternity led by the Deputy Super Mufti Abdal Semambo gathered at NRM party headquarters for an iftar dinner hosted by the NRM Secretariat leadership. The NRM National Vice Chairman at this dinner advised Muslims to do away with their political differences and serve the people. The party Secretary General appealed to the Muslim fraternity to spread the anti-poverty gospel from the people and support government programs.
So poverty is the enemy for everybody, regardless of our religion, regardless of our political shade, regardless of our gender, regardless of everything we stand for. Poverty is what we should focus at.
The Minister for ICT and National Guidance said the dinner has showed the togetherness between the party and the Islamic faith and urged them to remain faithful in the Ramadan aftermath.
It's not true that the acts of terrorism or wrongdoing should be associated with the faith of Islam. People do wrongdoing as individuals, not on behalf of the faith where we belong.
The Supreme Mufti, in his message read by his deputy Abdal Semambo, dismissed allegations that Muslims facilitate terrorism.
I would possibly urge you that as NRM and government, you continue to appreciate our stake as Muslims and therefore provide us all possible incentives and opportunities that guarantee growth and development of the Muslim community.
The chairperson of Women Council, Hajat Farida Chiwawa, appreciated President Museveni for entrusting women in high positions of governance.
Prime Minister Muchala, kakati bwetu n'abalala ba cabinet ministers bali asatu mukaga ba minister bonna. Kakati ate bwetu tuuka wano ku gwandisizo lya NRM.
In attendance was the third Deputy Prime Minister Lukia Nakadama and other dignitaries from the Islamic faith.
Newly appointed resident city and district commissioners have received cars from the Minister of the Presidency, Babiri Mili Babalanda, to help them in their line of duty. The minister urged the new appointees to put country above self and work for the betterment of the people.
Newly appointed resident and city commissioners have received brand new cars to help them effectively conduct their duties.
Yes, thank you very much.
Handing over the cars, the Minister of Presidency, Babiri Mile Babalanda, urged the RDCs, RCCs to work hard for the development of the country.
I want you to prove the public that you are the best. Challenges are there. But regardless of the many challenges, Presidency has started solving some of the challenges. And one of the biggest challenges has been the transport.
They were urged to use the vehicles according to plan as given by the Transport Office, warning them against misuse of the machines.
Try to bring our Ugandans on board and engage them so that they gain and participate in the man economy. Monitor, supervise all government programs and non-government programs.
She also advised the drivers that will handle the vehicles to obtain driving license from the Ministry of Works and Transport.
Well, it's now time for you to put on your dancing shoes and celebrate, of course, with the Lieutenant General. We take you now straight to Bushenyi, where fireworks are underway, and of course, it's still celebration, the pre-birthday celebration of Muhozi Kainerugaba. So take a look at the fireworks and enjoy the rest of the evening. UBC News Tonight has come to an end. Good night.
Congratulations, our hero. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, General Muhozi. Happy birthday, Kainerugaba. Thank you. Congratulations, our hero. DJ Pura. Beautiful. Pura de kawa fireworks gambe. Hurra fireworks. Happy birthday, MK.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, General Muhozi Kainerugaba.
Wow.
If you have a phone, bring your phone out and capture that spectre right about now. Everybody put your phones out.
On this one.
Put your phones out. Put your
Live
phones
on
out.
UBC, TV West.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 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 Let's go, let's go. Let's go, 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 let's go. Let's go, 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 everybody. Woo!
Put up, put up, put up, put up.
Barada!
Thank you, guys.